Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now we have BMW behind us, but that's not really what's important. What is important is the tool I want to show you today. It's the Sykes Pickavant. I think that's how you pronounce it. I always mess up. See if we can get that in focus. If we can't, it's a 03701 I'll put it up there somewhere what the actual part number is. And it's brilliant. And this really highlights, this particular car really highlights why it is. We're putting these springs back on brake shoes. Now what I do like to do is I do like to take out the bearing, but on this car it's not really practical to do that, because to take out the bearing you have to basically strip half the back, and it's just not really practical. And the reason why I take out the bearing, because as you can see, you can't really, you struggle to put these clips in. This clip has to, well, this spring has to go underneath the adjuster here, and it has to go into both of these holes. And it's obviously really strong. You put vice grips on it and it just flings out everywhere, and it's really, really frustrating. And we have one to put on the bottom, which is slightly different, but you get the idea. So it's one of them things where you often get a spring in your old boat race in your face, and it can be quite painful. And the beauty of this tool is this actually will help me put it on. This end here is completely movable. Well, I say movable, it moves up and down, so it can go in all different positions. It doesn't damage the actual braking pad surface, and it makes it a million times easier to get on. So I'm just going to quickly show you just how, and to be fair, it really isn't that expensive. You know, it's completely affordable. Even if you only use it a couple of times for the money, they're brilliant. So I'm going to try and get the camera in as best I can. I'm going to try and do this. Now, typical, the other side went like that. But because now the camera's in the way and I'm going to have to be working around the camera, it's going to maybe be a bit awkward. But if you have no camera in your way, believe me, it's simple. Right, hopefully you can see that, and this is going to be really awkward for me now because the camera is completely in my way. I'm going to hook it in one end first, as you can see, and I'm now even getting in the way of the light. And as you can see, where my finger is, that's where the end of the spring is, and we need to get it in that hole there. And to try and get pliers or even pin nose pliers or anything in there is very, very difficult. But I think, to be honest, this is going to be even more difficult because now I can't even get that tool in, because I'm going to have to move you back a bit, and then hopefully you should still get the idea. So what we need to do is we need to hook the spring, oh, where are we, in this little fella here. So if I just hook the spring in there first and then move my head out of the way. Right, we're now hooked in, and hopefully, as you can see, this will now bend to the shape of whatever it needs. And all I do is push it together, and it's slipping. This is just because of the camera now. Right, let me just... Now, see that? It's in. And that was with the camera in the way. So all I do now is just... That never happens. I've just pulled it out. This is typical. I can assure you, when you don't have a camera in the way, this tool is so simple. So I've just put it back on, squeeze it together. Just get my face in the way a bit, I think. Squeeze it together, get it in, there we go. That's now in. And there we go. I mean, how easy is that? Then all you need to do, because the spring is not in all the way, because obviously the tool gets in the way, you just get a screwdriver and you just push. There we go. That spring is in. Now, if you used to try and do that any other way, you'll just realize how difficult it is. If the camera wasn't in my way, it just makes life so much easier. I'll try and do the bottom one, if I can get the camera in a better position, and we'll do the bottom one as well. But like I said, honestly, that just makes your life so much simple. Then we just need to make sure the brake's in the right place. Try and do that without this tool. That's all I can say to you. Right, hopefully you can see the bottom one. Now, again, it won't come across on camera, but these springs, I mean, they really are, they're tough. And again, this spring has to go over the top of the adjuster. So you can see we're about half an inch away, which doesn't sound a lot. But when you're trying to use the likes of these, so we've got one that's got a slight bend on it and a flat one, they're just so difficult to try and get in, to hold it tight and to actually push it around. And what happens is, well, yeah, that it flings off. It's just so difficult. Now, if you could actually get the hub off, it does make life a lot easier. But still, with using the tool, even if the hub is off, it's still a million times easier. So I'm going to try again. Hopefully, you can still see. So we're going to hook the tool into the hook, push it on the side wherever we need it. Oh, it's come off. And then just squeeze it together. Is that it? And there we go. Simple. It's in. Get a screwdriver or something. I just happen to have this beside me, and just push it with my finger. It's in. The spring is now in. Hopefully you saw that. Hopefully I got enough light. Spring is now in, and that's how easy it is. It's just one of them tools. For the price of it, you'll always use it. You know, it's not stupid money where you think, okay, it's not worth it. Really cheap, and as you can see, just saves a lot of time. It did pop off the first one. That's because I'm trying to work over the camera and do it, which is awkward. But if you've ever done back breaks, you know just how awkward they can be. And with something like this, it's simple. It really is. They just make your life so much simple. You will not regret buying one. So that's it. Short and sweet. Hopefully that helps someone out there. More shiny things for your toolbox, which is more important as well. You know, it's shiny and you put it in your toolbox. I mean, what more do you want? So look, hope it helps. Thumbs up, subscribe and all that. All the links down below to our Facebook, to our Instagram, to our forum, to our website, to our GoFundMe project. But most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.